What's up, everybody? I know it's been a while. I'm bad at this, but I thought some of you would enjoy this. This box right here, forgive me for this is just how I'm going to do things. Um, this box right here is the new Razer Edge Wi Fi. So, anybody familiar with this is going to understand that it's predominantly an Android slash like cloud gaming platform, which is not normally something I would go for, especially being that I have my Steam Deck. So that kind of fills that void for me where if I needed to do any cloud gaming, predominantly I would do that on the deck. But it is very rare where I find myself doing cloud gaming. However, I have been very impressed over the last couple of years with Razer's hardware output, and so there was like the Logitech one of these that came out. I don't remember the name. I know it didn't review super well when it came out, but yeah, I respect Razer enough to give them a try, and it was for $3.99. I figured why not give it a shot. See what they're made of. There's also some versatility with this, so I'll go over that as I unbox it. So let's pop this open and see what we've got inside. Oh boy, packing materials. You gotta love it. This is definitely keeping this device safe. A little skate ramp and just a woo kickflip. Okay. Welcome to the Leet Pack, because Razer is insatiable and they can't help themselves. Welcome to the Leet Pack. Okay. All right. For gamers, by gamers. I know despite their despite the marketing you see on this, I think Razer has done a good job of kind of getting away from being the kind of gamer brand they were trying to get people to identify them as. And I think over the years, in my opinion at least, they've just become a very competent to borderline exceptional hardware manufacturer. Their peripherals are great. Their laptops are supposed to be very good. Like, I would not mind having a Razer laptop. I've heard really nothing but good things about those. Okay, so this is like a little accessory pack. Let me put that there. So it comes like that. I'm going to temporarily, I have the specs up, but I'm going to temporarily minimize that so I can see what I'm doing. I believe these are stickers right here. I believe I want to give you the full experience, the full unboxing. All right, we're just going to tear that open. And yes, they are just Razer symbol stickers. Okay. There. I don't know why there's so many. We have a cardboard piece of cardboard with the Razer symbol on it. Is that like a coaster or I don't know. It's gonna put my stickers on it. There's a larger sticker, which sure. Well, so there's a do not disturb, poning in progress. I feel like Razer has stepped back 10 years with these. And then GTFO, don't interrupt, an epic kill streak. You know, I unironically usually embrace stuff like this, but even this is even too much for me. And I cannot say I'm a fan. There's a Razer dog tag, which is actually kind of nice. It's actual metal. Like that's actually kind of nice. I approve of this. Do I approve of wearing it? Maybe not. But hey. And then a lanyard, which is stuck together. Okay. The lanyard is at least unoffensive. Just the for gamers by gamers. Nice little easy access clip right here. You know, just push it in and put whatever you want on there. This is nice. This is worth it. Thank you, Razer. Less of this, more of this. Let me just throw this, packing stuff away. Okay. Oh, hold on. There was one more. Remove before flight. There was this key thing. Sure. And this is what we are actually here for. Move the box. There. Cool. So that is our Razer Edge Wi-Fi. Now, this is available in both Wi-Fi and there is a 5G version that's available exclusively through Verizon. I am not a Verizon subscriber and therefore had no interest in the 5G version. That's not to say I'm not interested, but I don't use Verizon. If they were to make a version that was compatible with my carrier, then I could be interested in that. I think 5G offers a lot of potential for cloud gaming if done properly. So I would not be opposed to something like that. Let's get this open. In the comments, tell me how your day was while I open this. So I guess actually we should go through. So this does go over some of the specs actually. So we have the Snapdragon G3X Gen 1 gaming platform, which according to Razer, let me get the fluff. Oh, okay, no, I don't have the fluff page up. Hold on. Let me grab their little scrolling fluff. The Snapdragon G3X Gen 1 gaming platform. Extreme Android gaming performance. This is apparently, as of the time of the publication of this page, the world's first device powered by this chip. It's an active cooled gaming chipset with a 3 gigahertz cryo CPU with a K. And it's purpose built to play Android games at high frame rates over long play sessions. That will be especially useful console class controls with HyperSense haptics. Having used a Razer controller, I'm inclined to actually believe this. Because they make pretty good peripherals again. Like I mentioned, they make pretty good to very good, peripherals. So I actually believe that. And then the 6.8 inch, 144 hertz AMOLED Full HD Plus touchscreen. That is great. I think 1080p is more than sufficient on a device like this. And I think it's going to look great. Do we have any other specs? It's my serial number. Go green with Razer. Hashtag go green. Printed with soy ink. Let's see. On the bottom here. So this goes over, what's inside. So we have the Razer Edge gaming handheld, 5,000 milliamp hour battery built in. So this is the part where this actually gets kind of cool, and I want to make sure you guys can actually see this. So inside is the Razer Kishi V2 Pro gaming controller. And apparently this is all attached to the tablet the Razer Edge tablet. So that's how this all works. So it's actually a two-piece thing. This part is a tablet, which can be used fully standalone. And then you have the controllers that kind of go on like the backbone kind of thing. So you have that. You have USB-C or USB Type-C charging cable. And don't forget the important product information guide. It looks like there is a 2-year warranty on the tablet, which is actually impressive. And then there is a 1-year warranty on the Kishi V2 Pro. So it's coming. Dropped it. Come on. Performance anxiety. Let's take a look. Yeah, so here we go. Right here is the tablet, which for size comparison, granted, my phone is in a case. That is my, here, hold on, just for an accurate, it's an S22 Ultra. It's in a case right now. I'm going to take it out just so you guys can see the size comparison. Oh, God. One of those cases that, like, you know, not difficult to take off, but once you put it on, you usually leave it on. That is shockingly close in size. Let me line it up with, like, right there so you can see. Shockingly similar in size. Almost, like, this tablet, my phone is almost the size of this tablet, which, you know, I think is cool, but also means that this tablet, again, if the 5G version was available on a carrier that wasn't Verizon, I would be very interested in that. Also, though, it kind of like begs the question, like a little bit off the rip, if it's like, if it's going to be the size of my phone, then it kind of starts to hurt its value proposition a little. I guess not, because this is $1,000. This is like a $1,200 phone compared to, you know, $399 complete setup here, plus the swag. You can't forget the Razer swag. So, I mean, I guess it's still a good deal, but like, you know, the 5G version, you know, would be cool, but is like, is it a phone replacement, or, you know, do you treat it as that? I don't know. I don't think so, obviously. I'm just kind of spitballing here. You know what I mean? Let me put my phone back in its case. Up that over here. So yeah, we have the tablet, the Razer Edge. Yeah, power on the device. Yeah. So we've got our volume controls here. We got our power button. Yes, that is the power button. We do have what looks like a, is that SIM card or micro SD or both? No. We do have rear mounted speaker. Wow. The date of manufacture, I think, is, it says 23. Was this built January 23rd? There's no way, right? This thing's 4 years, 4 days old, apparently. I wanna. Do I have a SIM? I do. I want to pop that open and see if it's a SIM slot, because that would be interesting if it was, or if on the bottom here this is just like, wow, there's, you probably can't see it too well here. Oh, you can see it right there. There is a decent amount of bezel. So honestly, the usable screen space of this is about my phone, if not less, which is kind of weird. It does have a front-facing camera. So, I mean, that's cool, I guess. Yeah, is this is this right here a micro SD slot? I don't know. I want to pop this other one open and see if, wait, no, those have to be speakers. There's one on each side. So those have to be speakers. Or is it They have to be speakers. So let's see if there is a SIM tray in here. Oh my God, there is. I think this is SD. I'm pretty sure this is micro SD. This cannot be a SIM. I'm almost positive this has to be micro SD. That's not a SIM slot. Okay. All right. So put that there for a second. That in the box. Okay. Next step. Razer Edge. Okay. This is just the, I'm assuming the important information. Oh, hold on. This should answer all my questions. Hold on. This should tell me exactly what it. Oh, thank God. Don't worry. Don't worry. There are more stickers. Bear with me a moment. That is, in fact, a micro SD card slot. I can confirm. That's what I figured it would be. I just wanted to be sure. Yeah. So this was useful. Answered my questions. Real quick, while I'm opening the rest of this, I want to run down some of the rest of the specs here. Yeah, so 6.8-inch full HD screen. So it's 2400 by 1080, 6 gigs of LPDDR5 RAM, 128 gigs of internal storage, and that's UFS 3.1. And then micro SD up to 2 terabytes, two-way speakers with 2 digital microphones. Oh, you know what? These aren't. I think these are intake, maybe. These fans, or are these the speakers, or are they fans? I'm kind of looking through the camera now to kind of see. I wonder if that's the active cooling or if this is the active cooling. I have to imagine these are the two-way speakers because, two-way. This has to be cooling. All right. Okay. It's a front-facing 5 megapixel 1080p 60 FPS camera, 5,000 milliamp hour battery, Wi-Fi 6E, Bluetooth 5.2, USB Type-C. It does have it has a headphone jack via the controller. That's neat. Yeah, let's get the controller out. A little pull tab and okay. All right. Here is our USB-C cable. Is that C to C? It is C to C. Okay. Is there a power brick in here? I don't actually think so. All right, so definitely something to keep in mind. There is no power brick in here. So definitely something to keep in mind. You may need an adapter if you are not a devout USB Type-C-er. Tuck the box there. Okay. All right, and then this is our controller. Ooh. Huh. Okay, let's break this down. So, expands, contracts, does all that stuff. Before I put it on the tablet, okay, we do have clicky joysticks. So we do have like an L3, R3 type thing. Ooh, the D-pad is very clicky. Not a lot of travel. It's kind of like a Joy-Con, but better. If that makes sense. It feels better than a Joy-Con. It looks like there is a screenshot button right here. We have like an option button here. We have, what the heck is that button? I think that's a share button maybe right there. And then this is maybe another menu button. ABXY, classic Xbox layout. These buttons Okay, Razer. So in terms of console quality or console class control, if the console you are comparing this to happens to be the Nintendo Switch, then you nailed it. Because these buttons have very little travel, very clicky. I don't know if the microphone can actually pick this up. I'm going to keep trying to talk while I press it. Very clicky, like almost like a mouse click sound. The joysticks feel like ripped off a Joy-Con. If the console you are saying that this is in class with is the Switch, then you've nailed it. Razer understood the assignment, and that's probably what they're going for, all things considered. And so props to them. Let's extend this bad boy and put this tablet in it. I'm trying to do this in a way that, like, you guys can see, but also, like, I don't damage anything. Okay, here we go. All right, perfect. Boy, does that look like a Nintendo Switch. Razer clearly understood the assignment. You know, for $399, kind of hard to complain, I guess. You know, that's how it looks on the back there. I definitely convinced these are cooling because this runs right between, so they have to be for cooling. Unless... Yeah, because there's cutouts on the sides here that seem like they'd be for speakers. So I think it's taking the side projection speaker and pushing it up towards you, which is weird, and I'd be very interested to see how that sounds. The kind of R1, L1. Oh, they do call them R1, L1. Perfect. I like how they have the Nintendo button layout. They have the Xbox formation, more like, you know, an actual D-pad, but then they have PlayStation designations for these buttons. So the L1, R1 feel good. The triggers feel fine. A little soft, a little squishy maybe, but not really anything to complain about. And then they have, oh, mouse 1 and mouse 2 buttons. I don't know if you can make that. Yeah, okay, so you can see like M1 right there. So that's mouse 1, mouse 2. So that might be for like navigation, left click, right click. That's actually pretty neat. Let's turn this sucker on. See if it has any juice in it. I mean, it's apparently 4 days old, if it's to be believed. If it'll turn on. There it goes. Android. The camera just wants to blow it out, I guess. That's how it's feeling right now. Welcome to Razer. I will say the screen, this is not doing the screen justice. I don't know if I can bring it a little closer and there you go. You can see that's doing the screen. The screen is very sharp for what it's worth. Very good looking screen. That still does not do it justice. I'm recording this on a Logitech Streamcam, so you can see it high. That does not do the screen justice. It is very sharp and very, very color rich. Like that green and that white is really, it's really popping off of the hello. You can see hi. Oh, I'm not gonna be stupid. It is really popping off that AMOLED, and like you can tell, you can just by looking at it, you can tell it is an OLED panel. I'd be very interested to see where they sourced it. I wonder if this is a Samsung AMOLED. It has to be Samsung. Why am I being stupid? It has to be Samsung if it's an AMOLED. I would imagine. I don't know if anybody else is making panels calling them AMOLED. I know that's a Samsung thing. If somebody knows better, let me know. I don't know what this is. but it's also probably not important. But yeah, this screen, I can already tell just looking at this, the colors are very rich, the whites are popping, and it looks like the rest of the screen is just off, which is, incredible. Like, you can't even tell it's on until, that comes on. Very vivid. I think games are going to look incredible on this thing. All the agreements. That's so vibrant, you guys can't even see what that is. What the hell? Why? Oh, okay. It was really struggling. Wow. I guess it is too bright for the camera. Okay, you can kind of see it now. Wow. The screen is too bright for the camera. So it's just, there we go. We kind of getting it, and then it just blues it out again. So it's a very nice blue. It's kind of like a PlayStation Vita home screen right now. It's just saying hi there, and it's telling me to set up. You do have, vision setting. This thing looks very nice. I'm going to turn this off so it stops trying to blind everybody. I will do my damnedest to get you further. Wait a second. That's not good. Why would... Okay, the D-pad doesn't do it. All right, so that's weird. So the D-pad doesn't do anything. Capture button doesn't. That does. So these buttons are turning the screen on, which doesn't seem ideal, really, because if this is something you're going to have in a bag or something like that, you'd ideally... That button doesn't do anything. That one does. You wouldn't want pushing a face button to activate the screen. Maybe it's just because it's assuming it's in gaming mode and it's just trying to be ready. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, but it looks like if you want this thing to last, I obviously haven't tested the battery, just watched me unbox it. I imagine a 5,000 milliamp hour should get you through most of the day, especially if you're doing, Wi-Fi or like just Android gaming, light Android gaming or Wi-Fi streaming. I would imagine this thing would last you more than a full session. Not something you'd probably have to charge all the time. Not something you're going to have to worry about how close this cable is or something like that. Definitely want to unplug it from this controller because you just don't want to have it in a bag or something and accidentally bump something and all of a sudden your screen is on. And now it's draining. But hey, it's a nice looking device. It feels nice in the hand. Oh God, what did I just do? No. What did I do? No, turn off talkback. Yes, stop talkback. Oh, thank God. I was just pressing buttons and actually I want to see that now. Yeah, it looks like kind of a standard Android, not standard, but kind of an Android menu back here. Wonder if this is stock. It comes with a good chunk of you can't see the battery icon right now. The good chunk of battery in there right now. It's not empty, but it's more than half. Or I should say it's not full, but it's more than half. It feels good in the hand. It feels, honestly, it feels a little better than the Switch Lite did when I owned one of those. There's a nice little contour back here. The way this rests and curves is it kind of feels like a very natural place to rest these fingers when I'm holding it. They just kind of naturally rest in there. And then I can kind of just line my pinky up. So it feels... Sorry, I'm leaning. I'm trying to let you guys see this, and I'm going to do this. This is way better. It feels really good in the hand. This feels like something I could play for a while and be okay with it. Yeah. Now, obviously, the thing you have to decide is $399 a worthwhile asking price for a device that is going to stream PC games via services like Game Pass, via GeForce Now, things along those lines, and play Android games very well. If you already have an iPad or something like that, if you're already invested in the Apple ecosystem, maybe a little tough at that point because you could buy one of these for your iPhone. And then you have Apple Arcade and all that stuff. But then you're draining your phone. I feel like the Switch has brought back the idea in a way that like gaming and the Steam Deck for that matter, more than gaming laptops ever could, of the value of a portable dedicated gaming device. I feel like they're back in a big way. In the God rest the Vita, that thing was both too late and ahead of its time. It was too late to ride that wave post 3DS and stuff like that. It was too late to really catch on there, but it was so ahead of its time of something like this, of something like the Switch. If the Vita came out today with competitive specs, the PlayStation Vita would be such a desirable platform. It's ridiculous. But anyway, I digress. This is something I could see Microsoft trying to emulate. This is something, if we were ever to get an Xbox portable, I remember friends when I was in high school, in 2007, 2008, people talking about like, oh, Xbox portable, Xbox portable. This is like the closest thing to that, Wild. $399 is not a lot. It is more than a Switch. And it's also the base asking price of a Steam Deck. A Steam Deck that can natively play PC games. A Steam Deck that can emulate games, which this can as well. I'm sure this would be a very good emulator. More to test on that, I guess. Can also stream games. It's not going to have the battery life of a device like this, and it's also much bigger than a device like this. So we're talking about a device that is about the size of a flagship smartphone, but it is dedicated to gaming. It has a chip that's purpose-built for gaming. It's kind of hard to argue that it's a bad deal. No, or I mean that in the sense of like, it's hard to say it's a bad deal when it's doing exactly what it's setting out to do. And you can just take this out and you can use it as a tablet. You can watch, YouTube videos, Twitch streams. You can do all that stuff on here in this, really nice, like ultra wide, aspect ratio, kind of like what the modern smartphone is. So if you're hooked up to Wi-Fi, you can use this instead of your phone. You have a gorgeous AMOLED display. And I know you guys are probably gonna be like, yeah, I haven't even played a game on it. It's an AMOLED display. It's gonna be gorgeous. It just is. That's how that works. But I'm looking at this thing, I'm touching this thing, and I am optimistic. I spent the $399. Razer didn't send this to me. I bought this with my money. And I think this thing is neat. And I am very interested to try it out and play around with it and kind of see, what it can do. And if it's very exciting, I will come back and I will let you guys know. And if it's very lame, I will come back and I will, let you guys know. But I appreciate you coming out to take a look at this. That's the unboxing of the Razer Edge gaming handheld. And I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments and I'll be happy to answer as many as I can. And I will catch you guys on my next video in 2024. No, there's no way, right? There's no way it's going to be that long, right? Right? Right?